So what is a mathematical model? That it is used to take a real world problem and represent mathematically and then try to solve it. So it's for solving a real world problem. It's actually the, you could say, application of mathematics. For example, finding the distance of sun from earth or earth from sun, earth from moon, predicting the population of a city, estimating the temperature of the surface of sun, estimating the pollutants in ppm in any city, in the air, the volume of blood inside human body. It's not like you're going to actually take a tape measure or you're going to measure it in liters or anything like that, right? Any of these questions. So you need to model it mathematically. So there are certain stages in mathematical modeling. First is to understand the problem, to state what the problem is, then to describe it mathematically, defining variables, using certain mathematical equations, gathering data, calculating probability, making graphs, organizing data into a table. And then the third step would be to solve the mathematical problem. To interpret the solution would be the fourth step, and to validate the solution will be the fifth step. What do we mean by to validate the solution? Actually, to validate the model as such, that the solution that has come makes sense. It is such that it doesn't make sense at all. Like ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता है. Is there some incorrect assumption that we have made, some interpretation of this problem that we have done? So then we'll have to correct it and then come back to it. So hence, if you want to represent it pictorially, it would be something like this.
The process of mathematical modeling: real life problem, simplify it, describe the problem in mathematical terms, solve the problem, interpret the solution in the real life situation, validate the model. What does that mean? That whether the solution captures the real life situation. Yes, model is suitable. No, then you have to change the assumptions and you have to again describe the problem in mathematical terms.
Now let's move on to certain illustrations. I'm going to take you through 3 or 4 examples to understand how do we solve using mathematical modeling. So let's get into it.
So let's look at these illustrations. We are going to go step by step using the mathematical model. Here what happens is, let's look at the exercise 8.2, question number 1. An ornithologist wants to estimate the number of parrots in a large field. Okay, she uses a net to catch some and catches 32 parrots, which she rings and sets free. Rings, I guess, कुछ गले में लगा दिया होगा. The following week, she manages to net 40 parrots, of which 8 are ringed. What fraction of a second catch is ringed? Find the estimated total number of parrots in the field. So how do we represent this? Okay, what is the step 1? Step 1 is to understand. So you are going to write it like this: understanding the problem. So here we have 2 actually. One is to find out the fraction, which is fine. Main problem क्या है? To estimate the total number of parrots in the field. That is the problem. So you have to write it like this. Step 2, मतलब अगर I guess इस question में हाँ उन्होंने वही लिखा है ना, show the different stages of the mathematical model, right? Next is mathematical description, right? That is the step 2, mathematical description and formulation. So अभी इसमें उन्होंने क्या बताया कि जो पैरेट्स थे उसमें से 32 को रिंग किया और फिर सेट किया फ्री. So what is the एक तो इसमें हमने assumption क्या लिया है? Assumption हमने ये लिया है कि sample is a good representative. दूसरा हमने ये किया है कि क्योंकि वो सेकेंड वीक में आके कर रही है. So there is there is no change in the number of parrots week on week. ठीक है, ये नहीं कि कोई माइग्रेट कर गए या there are new parrots being born or some parrots died. Net there is no change, total remains the same. I think that's the second assumption. What else can you say? So what do you know right now? That just a second, 32 have been taken and ringed, right? So 32 represents just a second. So yes, there's an assumption 3 is that when they are set free, they go ahead and mix properly, and so that when we take out the sample which is representative, they are all properly mixed. I guess it comes under first this thing itself. Step 3 would be to solve the mathematical problem. So in the second sample, how many are marked? How many are ringed? 8 are ringed. Of 40, 8 parrots are ringed. So fraction ringed is 8 by 40, which is 1/5. So as we said that these samples represent the total population, right? So total population में से 32 ringed थे, 32 were ringed. From sample, which is a representative of a total population, 1/5 were ringed. So then what is the total population by unitary method? 160, right? 5 into 32, 160. ठीक है. Next would be step 4 is interpreting the solution. So here we know that the population of parrots is 160. That is what we have interpreted. Step 5 is validating. Validating is to see whether it makes sense. 160 hai ki nahi, right? So in this case there's nothing as such, right? Because हमने देखा 32, 40 ये सब catch हुए हैं. So it doesn't really, there's nothing here to, basically the question is to see whether it makes sense. It does, right? Because 32, 42 catch हुए थे जो इसके sample sizes हैं. So it makes sense that it's this. Until our assumptions are correct, the results do make sense. Now we are going to look at question number 2 of the same exercise. उसमें क्या दिया है ना, while it's there's nothing that I'm going to solve, I'm just going to tell you the methodology. उसमें कैसा space दिया हुआ है जिसमें बहुत सारे ऐसे करके dots हैं, बहुत dots हैं, ठीक है. What it's saying is that this is a aerial photograph of a forest. This is an aerial photograph. So question number 2, coming to question number 2, it is suggested that this is a aerial photograph of a forest and these dots or these points represent tree. Okay, so you have to find the total number of tree. So if you know the total area, length and breadth, and आप एक छोटे area का देख लो, count कर लो, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 trees. Then measure what is this and this, and then you can use unitary method to solve it. So again, इसको जब आप लिखोगे, write step by step, understanding the problem, that each of this represents a tree. You have to find the number of trees. That's the question. Mathematical description is that count of each of these trees is the trees. ज़्यादा इसमें नहीं है. सॉल्विंग द मैथ्स प्रॉब्लम वी आर कंसिडरिंग 1 सेंटी. सो मैथमेटिकल डिस्क्रिप्शन फॉर्मुलेशन में आप बताना कि एक छोटे डब्बे के कितने काउंट हैं एंड इस टोटल का क्या एरिया है. सॉल्व कर लो उसको यूनिटरी मेथड से, इंटरप्रेट करो सोल्यूशन को एंड वैलिडेट करना है मॉडल. Now third question. A TV can be purchased either for 24,000 direct payment, which is cash price, or 8,000 down payment, cash down payment, and then 6 installments of 2,800 each. So Ali goes to buy a TV. He has 8,000 with him, so he just pays 8,000. So should he take this scheme, or should he take this at a loan of 18%? So let us find the interest rate for this, right? Now total कितना इसने पे किया installments में? Okay, let's begin step 1. Understanding the problem. Ali needs to determine whether offer by shopkeeper is good. So, two interest rates by bank, by shopkeeper need to be known. ठीक है. Step 2. Mathematical description. ठीक है. In order to accept or reject the scheme, Ali needs to determine the interest shopkeeper is charging. ठीक है. So entire money is paid in a year. So simple interest is charged. So now cash price of TV is 24,000. I don't know what is happening here. Cash price of TV is 24,000. Cash down payment. Cash down payment is 8,000. So balanced to be paid should be इन दोनों का डिफरेंस which is 16,000. दिखा दो आप इसको 24,000 minus 8,000 is equal to 16,000 and रुपीज़ वगैरह लिख लेना. Let R% be the rate charged by shopkeeper. Rate of interest. Write that. Rate of interest charged by shopkeeper. Now, amount of each installment is 2,800. ठीक है. आगे बढ़ते हैं. So amount paid in installments, 6 installments, right? ठीक है. So therefore interest paid in installment will be what? Installment scheme जो एक्स्ट्रा ओवर एंड अबव पे कर रहा है विल बी 16,800 माइनस जो उसको नॉर्मली पे करना था. मतलब असली में तो ये डिफरेंस बचा था ना, 16,000 पे करना था ना, बट उसने थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा पे किया. दैट इज द इंटरेस्ट विच इज व्हाट 800 इज द इंटरेस्ट. नाउ लेट अस फाइंड द प्रिंसिपल. नाउ पहले महीने के लिए, कि 6 महीने का है, पहले महीने के लिए प्रिंसिपल इज एक्चुअली व्हाट 16,000 for first month. ठीक है. Now P for second month. सेकेंड मंथ में P जो है वो एक्चुअली कम हो गया ना इतने से सेकेंड मंथ में. इनफैक्ट अब अगर आप देखोगे तो जो P है हमारा कम होता जा रहा है. 16,000 माइनस थर्ड मंथ में ये हो जाएगा. सॉरी ये 2 है. फोर्थ, फिफ्थ, सिक्स्थ, क्योंकि पे करता जा रहा है ना तो प्रिंसिपल कम होता जा रहा है. एक्चुअली इतना नहीं है तो 4 है ये इंटू 5 है ये. ठीक है, ये सेम है. मतलब या तो यू कैन जस्ट कंसिडर पहला मंथ इंटू व्हाटएवर. सो ये हो गया. सो टोटल प्रिंसिपल फॉर 1 मंथ, टोटल प्रिंसिपल फॉर 1 मंथ we'll add all this which is 16,000. कितनी बार 16,000 आएगा? इसी पेज पे आप देख लो 4 बार आ चुका है. और पिछले पेज पे कहाँ गया मेरा पिछले पेज? पिछले पेज पे 2 बार आ चुका है. तो 6 बार 16,000 आ चुका है. एंड 2800 यहाँ एक बार है. सो 16,000 इंटू 6 माइनस 2800 में वहाँ एक बार है. तो 1 + 2 + 3 + 4 + 5 हो गया. क्या है ये वैल्यू? 96,000 माइनस 2800 इंटू क्या है इसका सम? 15. 54,000 आ जाएगा आपका प्रिंसिपल. तो अभी आपका प्रिंसिपल आ गया है, आपका ये आ गया है, राइट? सो नाउ व्हाट इज योर स्टेप 3, राइट? सो स्टेप 3 में सॉल्विंग द प्रॉब्लम, you have to write like this: solving the problem. So 800 is equal to 54,000 into R by 100. एक ही महीने का प्रिंसिपल है, which is this. So rate comes upon 17.333 something, right? ऐसा कुछ आ रहा है. 160 डिवाइड बाई 9 आ रहा है बेसिकली. यहाँ पे 160 डिवाइड बाई 9 आ रहा है. So 9 ones are 9, 70, okay, sorry. So that's the answer.
So let's move on to the very last aspect of this chapter, which is why is mathematical modeling important? Like if you're doing physics or you're doing something on gravitation or anything on, you will come at a point when you need to estimate things. And estimate, because you can't measure everything, you can't find everything, you can't weigh everything, so you will need to estimate at such certain point in time. The applications could be multiple, and it is actually in all the fields. So they are all what? Mathematical modeling. You have to represent as a mathematical model. One could be to generally to understand, gain understanding. So when we are building the model, we find out the factors that are important, the system that is used, the different aspects of the system that are related. It's kind of like an analysis of the problem via mathematically. So you try to understand the problem statement better, to predict, to forecast, or to simulate. It could be like stock market analysis. So what do people do in stock market analysis? They take the share prices of a particular stock over the past few years, past few months, maybe 5 years analysis. They have a look at that, what was the share price during various events, and there are various models for that, trying to predict the future of the share price. It could also be used in forecasting weather. You know the past data, you know the factors that were involved in bringing about a certain temperature, a certain humidity. Your organizations, in all your organizations, you know, if you have a concept like a budgeting, a planning exercise, even our budget, which happens, right, for India, or the organizations that do, what do? They take the past data, what was the revenue, what was sales number like, what were the various costs, what were the various expenses, and they try to figure out what could be, you know, what were the expenses they are planning the next year. So how should they budget, what is the growth that they can predict in it, what they can invest in various schemes. In marketing departments, they can use the data to again predict as to what is the sales strategy that works best, what is the promotion strategy that works best, what is the branding strategy that works best. So by using all these different data and in different models, the credit analysis of any organization, so for example a bank is giving loan to any company or even to a person, you have a credit score for a person, and for a company also you have a credit analysis. So you have various mathematical risk models that exist, based on which you try to find out whether the person can default or not, or whether the organization has the capability to sort of pay back the loan. They have, you know, such and such projects in mind, so that's how they are going to pay you back the loan. So yes, you can give them the loan. Then there could be insurance company, they have the whole mathematical model which is on this, that, you know, on the age of the person, what is the health, what is all these things. Based on that they decide the premium for the person. They sort of find the risk, and that's how they work. Elections, you need to find out, so the last would be to estimate that किस कौन सा candidate जीतेगा. The election polls, the election results, the constituency, all those predictions that people do. Astronomy, I've already told, the distance between Earth and Sun, distance between Earth and various planets. I did an internship during my MBA, and I was doing a mathematical modeling. It was like an analysis, right? So उसमें क्या हुआ था, that the couriers that are sent to the client, how many are returned, because उसमें क्या हो रहा था, कुछ cost जा रहा था बैंक को. तो I had to decide that how do I find out, right, that what would be the customer segment. It could be that it's an old customer who has not updated the data, and hence their couriers are being returned and courier cost is being incurred by the bank, right? So mostly उन्हीं का ही होगा. इंट्यूटिवली भी आप सोचोगे तो अभी मैथमेटिकल मॉडलिंग में जब हमने किया तो उससे भी वही रिजल्ट आया, बट मेरा रिजल्ट ना कुछ ज़्यादा ही एक्यूरेट आ रहा था. So my boss at that point, so this was during my internship, and my boss at that time was that it's good but it's like too accurate to be true. It was what we had thought intuitively कि ऐसा होना चाहिए. Then उसके बाद मुझे पता चला कि मेरे उसमें डेटा में कुछ इशू था, the data set that I had taken. So then I had to correct that. Then वो थोड़ा सा believable बना. We complete our class 10 CBSE Mathematics NCERT. The syllabus is complete. The course is done. I hope you thoroughly liked whoever it reached out to. I sincerely hope that you are liking this content, you like this content, and it helped you in certain way. And if you have any questions, comments, queries, do let me know in the comment section below. Seek with Prachi, journey with Prachi, buddy with Prachi, and like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel.